So Skyrim's most recent update made a few changes for better or worse. It used to be that the best two-handed warhammer in the game, in terms of having the highest base damage in the game, was the Dragonbone Warhammer, with a base damage of 28, closely followed by the Daedric Warhammer with a base damage of 27. But now, we have Nerveshatter, an artifact created from Madness and Amber Ore that has returned from the Shivering Isles DLC for the Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion. This Warhammer has a base damage of 29, making it the highest base damage weapon in the entire game. And in today's video, I'll be showing you how to obtain it, and we'll be talking about the story behind it because, my god, it is literally the coolest looking weapon in the game. But first, a word from today's sponsors, Raid, a mobile game done right, and I know you've probably heard about Raid everywhere. And I'm not surprised because it's just been nominated as a finalist for Google Play's Best of 2019 User Choice Award with over 15 million downloads. But what can you do in Raid? Pick from over 400 collectible champions that you can customize from undead knights to heroic elves. Form a team and then battle through 13 spectacular locations in a fully voiced story campaign. Not to mention the tactical boss fights. And with over 40 new champions added each month, the PvP gameplay is ever evolving. If you also complete the progression rewards, you will get one of the best legendary champions in the game, the Arbiter. Looking at the roadmap's huge update plans over the next 6 months, there's a lot to look forward to. So what are you waiting for? Click the special link below and new players will get 100,000 silver and one free epic champion, Lightsworn. Pretty badass. All this treasure will be waiting for you right here, but hurry, these rewards are only relevant for 30 days. Now, Nerveshatter was added by the Creation Club's latest DLC update, Saints and Seducers. The DLC itself costs $15 though, which is stupidly expensive, and I've already done a full review on the content you get in it, linked below. But in this video specifically, I'll show you how to obtain Nerveshatter. So you can start this quest by talking to our pal Risad. But firstly, I'm going to give you guys a quick tip, because this DLC also adds some unique ores into the game called Madness and Amber, which we actually need for this quest anyway. As you can see, he's selling 2 Amber, so we can buy that, and he should also be selling some Madness ore just here. He's got 2 Madness ore, so we're going to buy that as well. And now what we're going to do is we're going to save our game. And if you guys want more Madness ore, all you need to do is attack the merchant, like so. Get Rex up. And then you're just going to reload your last save. And what that's actually going to do is reset the merchant's inventory. It's kind of like a secret little tip that's been in the game since launch, and they've just never fixed the bug. So now if we go ahead and say, what do you have for sale? He's got 3 amber this time. So now we have 5 amber. And let's see if he's got any Madness ore. This is Madness! Yeah, he's got 1 Madness ore. And once again, you can save your game. And then you can kill him again. And then you can reload and just repeatedly do that until you have as much ore as you need. But you only actually need 1 amber and 1 Madness for the rest of this quest. I can actually see my shoulder in the corner of the camera. That's really annoying. Look at that. That is triggering stuff. It's almost as triggering as my face. Next, guys, from Whiterun, we're going to want to come to the north, over here, west from Windhelm. You're going to find this location where the Seducer's bandit camp is located. Once you arrive, take out all the bandits. Get wrecked, son. Yeet! Don't worry, Lydia, I've got your back. Look out, Lydia, it's a fox. Get wrecked, son. Once you've taken out all the bandits and their animals, you will find a campsite. Within this campsite, rather hidden away on the right-hand tent, you will find a knapsack, which has a bandit's note on hidden treasure. Now, you can completely miss this, but it does actually say, if you read it, an exotic treasure is said to be hidden in Crystal Drift Cave. Heard it from a coinless trader trying to save his own skin. Going to send a few to see if this story checks out. If the story is true, we need to be sure the saints don't find it first. Our benefactor will be pleased. And we're going to take this with us, and that's going to give us a hidden quest. So the next thing we need to do is travel all the way to the south to Crystal Drift Cave, a very interesting location just south from Riften. Over, oh no, it's not there, it's here, it's this one, god damn it. Alright, let's fast travel over to Crystal Drift Cave. Someone left this mysterious torch in the middle of nowhere. But the Rift is literally one of my favourite locations in the entire game. It's just such a beautiful location, especially with our mod list, which is linked down below if you guys want to check it out. So it looks like there's a dead elk here. I'm assuming we're going to find some kind of wildlife in here that's taking refuge and dragging its prey back. This is actually a really interesting location that existed before this Creation Club content was added. As yeah, there is a pack of woofs in here. A pack of the finest woofs. Let's get rid of them, Lydia. There's a skeever there as well. Skeever just fell down the cliff. Watch out! Get wrecked, son. Wait, how did it get behind me? Get wrecked, mate! Get wrecked! The wolf has been paralysed. Okay, so here we are in Crystal Drift Cave. So Crystal Drift Cave is going to have a dead NPC on top of this rock called Gandor, and he has a unique staff anyway. But there's a bug when once you loot him, which I've already done in another video, his body will disappear. But it doesn't actually matter because you can still obtain this weapon. So what we need to do is come over here to this shrine that's going to explain a bit of backstory about Gandor's last wishes. So let's have a read. Gandor, my trusted friend and companion, has been laid to rest. I have built a shrine to watch over him and bring peace to weary travellers. Of the few riches Gandor possessed in life, his most prized was a warhammer made of jagged crystal. He famously won in a coin toss. After months of research, he came to believe this hammer was some sort of otherworldly treasure. Shortly before his passing, it was his wish that it be hidden away until one who has walked the Shivering Isles emerges to retrieve it. I have followed his instructions to the letter, and a powerful illusion spell now obscures it. To break this spell, one must first acquire pieces of what supposedly make up the weapon itself, amber and madness. Such things, if they actually exist, would be great treasures in their own right. If the enchantment is correct, only by placing these ores into the embers near Gandor's body will the spell be broken. If Gandor is not mad, perhaps one day this peerless weapon will find its way into the worthy hands once again. So, now we know that, and we already have our amber and madness ore, we can place it in the font here. And now the weapon has appeared out of a portal. My goodness, so let's retrieve Nerveshatter, which just looks insane. I mean, look at how cool this weapon is, man. And we've completed this hidden little quest and obtained the weapon. I'm not going to lie, it is so well hidden and it's really easy to miss. And a lot of people have been asking me how it even works. So here we have, oh, is it actually called Nerveshatter? I'm so dyslexic, I completely messed it up, and I'm sure you guys have already told me in the comment section. That says Nerveshatter though, not Nerveshatter. Whoops. Anyway, this weapon has 29 base damage, the highest in the game. And it also makes targets take 30 points of shock damage and half as much magicka damage. Now it's actually weaker. Oh my, it just looks insane though. It's almost got like the old school Oblivion ebony effects on the actual Warhammer itself, and you can see where the amber is twisted into shattered roots coming out of the pommel, and then the madness is crafted into the hand holding area and also the actual Warhammer section itself, and it just looks so cool. It was my favourite looking weapon in Oblivion, but you can actually see when you look at the enchantment they've actually nerfed it from Oblivion, because in Oblivion it used to do 30 points in shock or 25 points of shock damage, but it would also give the enemy a weakness to shock as well, so every hit afterwards it would do even more damage. Now the amazing thing about this weapon is that if you have a look at your character's skills and perks in the destruction tree, you'll see you have the augmented shock perk. Now this makes your shock spells do 25% more damage with each perk point. And then if you go to the top, you can also make sure your shock damage disintegrates targets if their health is low. So that actually stacks with this weapon, meaning in total you would do 45 points of shock damage every single hit. Now the only weapon that compares to this one is the Champion's Cudgel, which has a enchantment which is effectively a chaos enchantment that has a 50% chance to do 25 points of shock damage, fire damage, or frost damage. Now, but the damage is a lot more unreliable than Nerveshatter, which has a guaranteed 30 points of damage or even more damage if you just invest in the shock ability as well. Not to mention the fact that it has 5 more base damage than the Champion's Cudgel as well. But yeah, this is the highest base damage Warhammer now, and it's got an awesome enchantment on it, and it just looks incredible. I mean, not gonna lie, who's gonna have a problem walking around with this piece? Wait, Jesus! Get out of here, you silly bandits! What do you think you're doing? Yeet! Oh, I missed. That was meant to be truly epic. Don't worry, Lydia, I've got this. Oh my god, yes, it's beautiful. Look at that. Didn't even need to use the Warhammer, just headbutted him to death. My goodness. This video is definitely going to get demonetized now. I can't wait. Please, please don't demonetize it, YouTube. All my stuff is manually reviewed now. But my god, after combat it just looks insane, and I just want to show it to you because it looks that goddamn cool. This is madness! But anyway guys, I hope you found this location guide helpful. If you did, please subscribe, press the bell icon, then YouTube will let you know every time I release a new video for you guys to watch. Or if you want to keep Lydia warm at night, you can also subscribe to me on Patreon, because that really does help keep Lydia warm. God damn, look at those eyes.